I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, or I'll be gone. Pouring rain, oh, to hear that train. There she comes, won't you get on? Won't you get on? Trees, falling leaves, like the breeze, won't you blow on? Take a sip, I'ma pack my grip. One more trip, and I'ma move on. Across the track, don't look back. All the jack, won't you roll on? City lights, what blinds your eyes? Don't look twice, won't you go on? Take me back to the old dirt road where Mama and Papa used to go. Let's sing all them songs from a long time ago and pine for them old days of yore. Well, let me run through the breeze like the leaves on the trees. Let me fly like the leaves when they fall. Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring. Let's go back a ways to the old bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow, and the glow of the fire pull me home. Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me back down the old dirt road. I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the farm. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Beast is the spot. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky-tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, our feet in the water, top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron or a beer in a cup. We all get to dance and I get to chance it, kissing that country girl, romancing a whole lot of love, bumping out of the bar. Yeah, we're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky-tonk, beneath the big blue sky. We live it up, we got it down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. And I'm falling for a small town girl, so kiss me, darling, rock my world, rock my world, rock my world. Yeah, now it's a hell. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky-tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. Hell of a time. It's a hell of a time. Oh, hell of a time. When the sun's going down, no stars in the sky, I'ma head down the road across county line, where they roll up the smoke, they pour beer and wine, and hearts break on the jukebox. stars shine, where the neon stars shine and the whiskey flow in the dark of the night, so nobody knows. We're hanging on a memory, we're hung out to dry, just doing our time where the neon stars shine. Well, the folks gathered around, they all look the same. They know my train, but can't remember my name. Ain't nobody listening, and that suits me just fine. Oh, they wanna hear me cry where the neon stars shine, where the neon stars shine and the whiskey flow in the dark of the night, so nobody knows. Been hanging on a memory, and we're hung out to dry, just doing my time where the neon stars shine. Where the neon stars shine and the whiskey flow in the dark of the night, so nobody knows. We're hanging on a memory, and I'm hung out to dry, just doing our time where the neon
summer night, a shot of love and a spark of laughter breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this runs your life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat. All right. Boy, come on, let's ride this train. Yeah, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Let's ride this train now.
Good afternoon, fine people of the internet. Today is August 27, 2025. How are you all doing tonight? All right, we had a day without rain and a day without hot sun. It's been cloudy all day with no rain. Can you imagine that? All right, so we got us a show tonight. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Rumble. And you know what? I was going to do another one too here. Hold on a second. Let's put Kick in here. Okay. Okay. Now we on Kick too. All right. So we'll see what that does. All right. Okay. All right. So look at the banner here. Boom. It's easy on Rumble. See that? Okay. You got that? If you create videos on YouTube, you'll like Rumble better because it's a breeze. No 1,000 clicks, just 2 clicks and it'll get you that thing on there. And you don't have to wait a half an hour for your video to get approved and then approved again. So it just go and you're up within seconds. All right, so we'll get that off of there right now. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button gently, lick it, kick it, rip it, do whatever you want with it. but do it gently. All right, so, well, I thought I'd just put it up on Kick for now because it's been a while since I joined there, but I just figured I don't have any content up there, and most of everything is live stream, so I put this live stream on there, and there's all kind of different live streams on Kick. It's all kind of goofy shit on there, so I'm goofy, so I guess I put that on there as well. Yeah, the weather is weird. Okay. Here we go. Oh, come on, get up there. There we go. The weather is weird. Okay, that's it. All right, so, yep. Okay, so we're going to do train shows tonight. We're going to take a look at the Workbench, and I changed the lettering up on top over there. I made it all Workbench Shenanigans all on one line so you can see all the scenery and the buildings up there. And so that's the view of the Workbench. Two views, and here's the close-up view right here. Okay, you can see what is on there now. I got some more small louvers and I can't remember what you call it, but a little thingamabobby that goes up on top of the buildings and all kind of that stuff there. And yeah, echo. I got two microphones on there. Let's shut the echo off right here. But the workbench. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, but we'll be taking a look at how we got there in a little while. And I just put this up a little while ago in the chat that I will be a guest. Let me see if I could put it on again. I'll be a guest along with 5 other Rumble creators Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, discussing everything about Rumble on that channel, Daremouth, 7 p.m. He does live streams nearly every day, having different guests on there, and once a month he has a group of people on there discussing everything about Rumble, the good, the bad, and what we hope to get new improvements and all that good stuff on there. So if you can, click on that link, go in the chat and click on it. I put it on YouTube and on Rumble, and it's free. Rumble is free. You don't have to pay a thing unless you get Rumble Premium, and that's a different story there. Okay, so I'll leave that up there for just a little bit more, and my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll put that up there right now. Wednesday also on YouTube, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Rumble. So click that like button. Follow me either on Tom Kvichak, Tom's Trains, or Train of Thought. See you there. And hit the bell notification, because you actually get notified on Rumble. You have a choice to be notified. You get a click. You could click on every different person that you follow and choose whether you want to be notified or not. And you could be notified instantly, daily, or weekly. And Rumble actually notifies you when your favorite creator puts something up. Unlike YouTube, which it's hit or miss. It's been, 6 years since YouTube has been notifying people on a regular basis. Every once in a while, under certain conditions, you have to be, will be notified, but not very much. Hey, Wigwag Workshop, how you doing there? Good to see you in there. Let me see if I could stick this thing up here. Okay, wait a minute here. Okay. Holy moly, I forgot I had this thing up here. There you go. All right. Okie dokie. So, what else did we say we were going to do today? Besides that, what else is going on? Oh yeah, starting sometime in September. I said this last week, and I'm not sure if it got out there because I think last week I hit the wrong button when I went on YouTube, because you got to hit so many damn buttons and check marks to get everything going on a live stream. I ended up checking member-only chat instead of subscriber-only chat. And so nobody was able to talk except for members. But when I'm finished with this current project, the Talc factory, I will be doing one night. Well, we'll start it off with one night. And I haven't decided yet or not whether it's going to be, one of the nights that I normally stream or an extra night. We'll determine that. But it'll be only on Rumble, and it'll be, I just bought a bunch of canvases at Michael's, some 10 by 20 canvases. No, what is it? 10 by 20? No, not 10 by 20. 12 by 20, and hold on a second. I forgot already. Okay, 12 by 24. I got a package of 4 of them. And then I went back the following week and I got a package of 5 of 16 by 20. And so instead of me going over and over here where I got to reach over 2 foot of layout, and then besides that, it's that high. And in the back, 18 inches of layout. I'll be doing it on a canvas, and then I'll just stick the canvas up there. And that'll also be good for, in case I do dioramas if I run out of space, which obviously, if I have that many more kits to be building, because I got like 4 or 5 shelves over there of more kits that I have to do. I'll be doing dioramas, and I could use them as the background for the dioramas. And, I might sell them too. Who knows? It's up in the air. But one night, don't know if it's going to be, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, one of those nights, or an additional night. But it will only be on Rumble. And so what I did the other day, I went and got those are treated with gesso, but I bought some extra gesso to do it a little bit more, to treat it a little bit more. So that'll be the first thing. And I got to play around with it because I haven't done it on canvas. I've done it on concrete block, and I've done it on, I guess, white styrofoam on the background of the garage door. They have those panels that you put in the slots of the garage door. I guess it's coated styrofoam, but that's my experience with it. So never done it on canvas before, and watched a lot of Bob Ross videos, and I even got a Bob Ross t-shirt the other day. It's a little big, but I think I'll wear that one for the first few episodes. So I got to find me a little wig too, or get a permanent. Yeah, I have to get some hair first to get a permanent here. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll be painting on the canvas on Rumble only. Not sure what day it'll be, but Monday or Friday or some other day, because I got 3 days up so far, and then usually on Sunday I do something on Tom's Trains on Rumble. So I'm doing a lot of live streams now. I'm almost, let me see how much I got so far this month. I got a lot. So far, not counting tonight, I got 48 hours of live streams so far this month. So that's a lot. And we still got the rest of the week to go. Yeah, just until Sunday. Because what is next Monday? Labor Day. And we should have I'll probably do a big Labor Day whoop-de-doo on the live stream on next Monday. So yeah, we'll have it right there. So all right, so that's the plans coming up. Yeah, I'll have to get a Bob Ross Afro wig. There you go. I'll have to look for one of those. We got the T-shirt. Went up to a thrift store in Avon Park last week. I saw it one day, and I didn't get it. And then I said on the live stream, I think it was last Wednesday, I said on the live stream, I'll have to go back. And last Thursday we went back. They didn't have the shirt that I saw, but they had another one in a 2XL, which is a little bit big for me. So, so there you go. All right. So, yeah, I have to find a wig someplace. All right. But that'll be hot. Okay. So, and Debbie even found me some more paint today. She was at one of the other thrift stores in Avon Park today, and she picked up 3 tubes of acrylic paint for 50 cents a piece. So I guess people don't like painting in acrylic, but I think it's pretty good. I like it. I enjoy it. If you haven't seen some of the things that I've done, let me put this up here. Okay, this is one wall. As you come into the train room, you have to look around behind you, because this is on the wall as you walk in, covered up with other buildings. But this was like my 3rd attempt. Okay, so this was after I did my first attempt, did my second attempt, and then fixed my first attempt, and then did this one here. That's the 3rd one. Okay, so this one right there is my first attempt, but that is what it looks like after I corrected it a little bit. Up on top, it just looked like little puff balls up there, so I smoothed it out a little bit. You can still see a few puff balls in there, so over on the right-hand side, I guess I could do that a little bit better. And then I found some dark blue oil paint, and I played around with it, and I added that to the clouds, the blue underneath as shadows, and I added a little bit of blue right above the mountains and stuff like that, the darker blue. It blends in really nice with it. Hey Gerald, good to see you in here. Thanks for stopping in. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, there you go. That's over on the Rumble side. Everybody over on the Rumble side. Okay. All right, so let me see what this next one is right here. And this is the second attempt right there. Okay, I got a little bit better with it. And that's back in the corner. And now this is the garage door. This is the 4th attempt. Now this is where I surprised myself, because I didn't think it would be coming out looking that good. And that's another view of it right there. Although I did not add the dark blue for the shadows on the clouds, I'll have to do that someday. But when I did it on the concrete, I was just experimenting with it to see what it would do. So it turned out pretty good. And here's the looking towards the middle of the garage door. Some more trees. And where I take a lot of hey, Reggie decided to come over on on the Rumble side. He was over there alone with Wigwag and Jeff Sykes. Hey, Wigwag, you ought to come over here on the Rumble side too. You got a Rumble account there. Here you go. Okay. All right. Okay, so there you have it. There's all my experience with the paint. All right, so there we go. Okay, so I want to give a big thank you to everybody that supports this channel, and here is a list of all of them. You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and you can support me for as little as $2 a month now. Just $2 a month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much. There you go. Thank you very much. I would not be able to do this without you. All right, there goes Ken Amos. All right. Well, how's have you settled everything on your new place yet? And let me see. I didn't get a chance to put Gerald up there. And there's Gerald. Okay, there we go. I think we got everybody now. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. So, okay, so next, not this weekend, but next weekend, we got, after Labor Day, we got the Melbourne Train Show. So let's take a look at what other train shows we got there. All right, right over here, Southern Division of Train Collectors Association. All right, so all of these websites that I'm visiting right here, you can see in the description of my live stream on Rumble and on Wednesday on YouTube. So November, Lake Nona, that's right outside of Orlando. They have a whoop-de-doo going on over there, train show. And in January, they have Port St. Lucie. I've been to both of them. Just got back today from cutting grass, settled Thursday and came back Sunday and went back today and came back. All right. I bet you're tired. Whew. I can remember driving back and forth from Naples to Sebring all the time. That was tiring. So I'm glad you finally got your place. All right. Woo-hoo. Okay, so let's come down here. September 6th. Oops, I always hit both of them. Okay. There's the Melbourne Train Show right there. Let me see. West All Galley Boulevard in Melbourne. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And just a few miles from there is TRF Trains. And just in time, because I need some big sheets of styrene again. I used up that one sheet that I had, the 11 by 24, 60 thousandths white styrene sheet that I don't know who the manufacturer is because it came in a clear plastic wrapper, about 5 sheets, and he sold me one of them. Well, I only wanted one, but when I go back, I'll probably ask for 2 of them. Cut 4.5 acres and weed whacked today. All right. Reggie weed whacked for 3 solid hours this AM. My bum shoulder's paying for it now. Man, that's why I have somebody doing it for me. I don't have that much, but my nose would not handle it because of that. Because Potomac Eagle Railroad is 12 minutes from my new house, but we can't hear it. Uh-oh. Well, probably on a good night when the wind's blowing, or is there mountains in the way? All right. So, hey, it changed color on me. All right. Okay. Why did it change color? Okay. September 13th is Regal Railway in Brooksville. September 20 and 21 is the Villages at the Savannah Center. We'll be looking at that website there. October 4th is D-Land. We'll be looking at that website. Ocala, Hilton, NMRA. We'll be looking at that site also. They got all of them listed on here. All right. Mountains in between. Okay. All right. Well, that's a bummer. Okay. And October 23rd to the 25th. Right there. Purple Heart pre-show. October 20th to the 22nd. In York, Pennsylvania, Train Collectors Association, the same weekend as Timonium Train Show. I got to get the thing up there for Timonium too. And then November 2nd, Zitnik's Parking Lot Swap Meet. Okay. Okay, it turns different color when I put my cursor on a different screen. Okay, so there's Zitnik's Swap Meet. Okay, always a good thing over there. And then, here we go, another Regal Railway, December 6th, another Melbourne. And then December 6th again, we'll be looking at this one here. That's Robert Sacco's place. And December 14th, 11th through 14th, the Villages Christmas show. So that is just trains by itself. And this one here, I'm going to have to look further into this one at Palm Beach Gardens. I was there last year or earlier this year, or maybe it was in December. I don't know. I could have swore it was like in January or something like that. But it was a pretty good show. They got a lot bigger, and I picked up quite a few things there. So it's a nice show there. So well, I'm going to have to hit that one there. And then here is Golden Spike Enterprises right there. And they have the D-Land show October the 4th right there. Then Gaithersburg, Maryland, 11, November 2nd. And Columbus, Ohio, December the 6th. There you go. And if they go into 2006, they'll have Jacksonville in there in probably in January sometime. I think I got their flyer over here. I might hit the Jacksonville one this year because I didn't hit it last year. And then here's trainshows.net. They got a lot of train shows on here if you want to go to there. I'm not going to go through this one and list it over there. So you could check that one out, trainshows.net, and then trainshows.com, where you got a lot of stuff on here for train shows, great Midwest train shows, Greenberg, and great train shows right there. There's the whole list right there, all the way up through March of 2026. Okay, so trainshows.com and trainshows.net. Okay, and then here is the Villages Model Railroad Club. They have a club for each scale: G, HONOS, and standard gauge. And they don't have a club by itself, but I think the Z scalers are in with the N scale club. So they got a lot, and at the train shows they got every scale is represented there. So a nice place, Savannah Center, September 20th. We'll be going there. And then here's from the magazines, Model Railroad, Model Craftsman, a bunch of ones on here also. Like I said, in the description, you can see all these links in there. And here's NMRA Sunshine Division, Sunshine Region. Oh, they call them regions. Okay. Ocala Hilton, 3600 Southwest 36th Avenue, Ocala, Florida, right there. That's for NMRA Sunshine Region. And then Suncoast Model Railroad Club. We got December 6th, Pinellas Park Performing Arts Center. And in Largo is the Model Railroad Club, where they have N and HO scale. Big layouts there. And they got lots of Dunkin' Donuts and all kind of good stuff. Hey, Streamline, good to see you in here. All right, glad you can make it. All right, there we go. Okay, Ken said something. A contractor said he could do a 40 by 40 slab, doing groundwork, forms, and pour for 50. That's not a bad price, $5,700. Maybe have it done before cold hits or pay extra in spring. He's busy. There you go. All right, there you go. Is that for your model railroad barn? Okay. If someone cancels, he'll put me in. But right now, I'm set for late February or early March. All right. Good to hear. Okay. Woohoo. All right. Glad you got that. Okay. So Dunkin' Donuts and some cookies and coffee if you're warm coffee if you're there early enough. So Largo is where the clubhouse is. That's open the same time the Performing Arts Center is, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They always got a lot of trains running there, and a lot of good vendors there at that one at the Performing Arts Center. I like to hit that one all the time. And there's Bushnell Station. Not a club or train show, but they got a lot of layouts there. It's off of I-75, south of Ocala, north of Tampa. Over 30 model trains operating in all scales, from Z all the way to 7.5-inch gauge. And a lot of good stuff. They got a couple of ones from the villages. They got a couple of ones from Suncoast Center for Fine Scale Modeling. Everybody donates their stuff there. And Fowler's Dream Layout, as soon as they build a new building, because they just finished another one in February. I think February I was up there. They had an open house, and it was before they got the occupancy permit, but he let people go in there and look around. But he's got 4 layouts in there, and he showed a display of Fowler's Dream Layout, which is I think it's a 40 by 60 O-scale layout. All the structure is all steel, and it looks good. They had a Facebook page, Fowler's Dream Layout, but they're getting too old. A lot of the people that helped him out building it has passed away or in nursing homes, and I think Thomas Fowler is on his way to a nursing home also, or assisted living. There you go. A train building. That's what I like to hear. So he donated it to Bushnell Station, and they'll have it up there as soon as they can build the other building. Because this is a 501c3, what is it? Nonprofit organization, corporation. So it's all donations. So he needs donations to build that other building so he can get that layout up there. I mean, he built the other one from donations and got it up there pretty quickly. So I guess there's a lot of model railroaders that like to share and help him out there. So hope to see it up there soon. We're going to have to go up there and see what they got. And then Regal Railway has shows every month, and they put on a new one over here on the end, Stark, Florida, April 18th, 2026, in the middle of Florida, up on the north end of it, almost in Jacksonville, between Ocala and Jacksonville. So that's a new one for him. So most of them are on the West Coast. He used to have one in Kissimmee. I don't see that in there, but they're a little bit thinned out right now. So he's got Largo, Brooksville, Pinellas Park, Newport Richey. The Pinellas Park ones are over now. I guess he won't have any in Pinellas Park till next year. So that's that. Okay, so there you go. All right. Okay, that's it for the train shows. And if you got any links you want me to put up there or talk about, send me an email at workbenchwednesday@gmail.com. And I'll be sure to put it up there, and I'll put it on in the description of my live streams. Okay, there we go. All right, so where are we at here? Let me do this one. I haven't done one of these in a while. I said I wasn't going to do one, but why not? Which one is up here? Okay. This looks like a good one to do right here. Okay. I gotta find the right thing here. Okay. Here we go. Let me find my script here. Okay. Here we go. All right. The countdown is over. The rivalries are real. And the road to the championship begins on August 23rd. Westwood One Sports brings you every electrifying moment of NCAA football, from the first snap to the final whistle. Top teams, big plays, unforgettable Saturdays. Don't miss a second of the action. Listen to NCAA football on rumble.com. Yes, rumble.com. The Westwood One Sports app on westwoodonesports.com by way of Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open up Westwood One Sports. If it's sports, it's on Westwood One. There you go. All right. NCAA football right there. Okay. Good deal. Okay. There you go. All right. Got that out of the way right there. Okay. So let's take a look at what I've been doing on the Workbench. I made it a little bit of grimy and weathery and rusty. So here we go. I hate commercials. Yeah, there you go. So do I. But, you know, I'd rather do them than you having to watch them. Yeah. That's why I got Rumble Premium. Had to stick that one in there, though. Well, it's time to get out the India ink again so we could do the roof sections, and then after that get that right there, the rest of the walls on the building. So let's take a look at what we have here right now. I got these ready. I already put the red rust on these two right here. Oops, this one just keeps on popping up, and I just glued that on there with super glue a little while ago, and it still pops out. I'm gonna have to get it on there and then trim it down. Okay, so let's do that first. Put that back on. Alright, I trimmed some of the old glue off of the cardboard, and maybe that was what the issue was right there. That little bugger right there. So we'll put a little bit of super glue on this again and see what happens. I'll put some up on the top here, right there, and right here on the aluminum. Okay. And hope it doesn't soak in before I get this piece in here. Get it in there, hold it down. Holy cow. This one piece, I think it came off about 3 times already. It just does not want to be there. Okay, it's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. It was at the end of the day, and That was their last piece that they put on there. So we'll do that one last. Let that set up for a little bit and get out the India ink. Let me get here's my brush, favorite brush right here for that stuff. It's hard to see where it's at in there when this the way this is, but I might have to add some more to it. And when you do it like this, it gets underneath the cracks right there. So stands out a little bit better. Okay, let's set that off to the side for right now, and then do this one right here the same way. And then over on this end is where you only have one layer. I might have to go over with the red rust again on top of the Indian ink, because that's how I did the first one. I did the India ink first and then put the red rust over top of it, but on these I put the red rust first. So might have to do it again. Okay, there's that one right there. Now let me get this one here. I'll do this side first. And when you do this, you're hoping that it doesn't release the glue underneath. That's the only bad part about it. You know, you gotta don't go too heavy with it. Okay, let's do this side now. I'm just barely touching that one. That one I had just glue on there a little while ago. And to get a little bit darker, you could go over it a second time. And you got a piece of junk on there. Okay. Okay, so we'll let that stuff dry up a little bit. I'm going to take the office, and we already got this with the khaki. I'm going to do the back because we're not going to see that. See how this comes out here. Okay, so that'll work good. That darkens it up some. Normally what I'd do is I'd say, do it, put it on top and let it run down. But let me try that. Okay, let's see how that'll work on this side here. Now it doesn't seem like it makes much of a difference. It just may go on a little bit heavier like that though. And let it gather on the bottom. That'll Make it look like the dirt on the bottom. Okay, so there's the office right there. Let's do the annex. Alright, so also put it up on the louvers. See how it comes out with the louvers that I painted with the pewter gray. I'm going to go over heavier underneath the louvers. Oops. All right. This method right here works really well if you're doing rock castings or something like that, because it gets in all the little cracks and crevices. It brings out all the details in the rocks. Let's go over the door a little bit here. Okay, there's that side there. Now, the part with the garage doors. I'm going to put a little bit down here on the concrete base too. Okay, here we go. There's that one. Now, the last one. The big kahuna. Alright. So let's start off with the... Well, you're not going to really see the rafters except for right underneath here, so we'll just hit this right here. Because everything else is going to be underneath the roof. And this is the side where that one short overhang goes with the chains on it right here. I'm definitely going to have to add more alcohol and Indian ink after I do all these right here. Let me add some close to the bottom. Some extra stuff here. Okay, there's that side right there. Now for this side. Just looking back at how much time it took to do all these right here. A lot of time spent on this thing. This is going to it's going to end up being more time consuming than the coal tower, looks like, because we still got 12 more steps to go. There's that side. Now that ends. Okay, so here we go. Since this is longer, let me raise this up a little bit. Okay, so I think most of this is going to be covered up with other stuff, like a shed on this side here, so we won't have to go into too much covering on this side here. We'll just do it lightly. And I think the other side is where the annex goes. The other edge. Okay, so there's that one there. And then this side is where the annex goes up against it, so the only one we're really concerned about is way up on top. Make sure we get that good. But who knows, you know, if you want to, you could separate these things later on. Okay, there we go. We're finished with the India ink and alcohol solution. There we go. I'm going to go over the top roof with the red rust. Bring us down a little bit here. Alright, and then we may add a little bit more to that one since we put the alcohol and India ink solution on there. We'll just see how this works on here. And so far, that one piece is still on there, but let me turn it over this way first. Leery about that one. Okay. Trying to get it on the edge. Okay. presentable right there. Okay. Some places it's really heavy in the center. Hopefully that's where the that one pipe goes. I can I'll also put some black in here. Get some on the edge, bottom edge here. And I'll have to go over it again once I trim these two pieces off over here. Okay, so there we go. Let me add a little bit more. Let me see, this one looks like it could use a little bit more. Let me see. One of these was a little bit light. Let me put some on this one here. Well, you're not really going to see too much right here because that's where, but I'm going to hit the edge a little bit better. Yeah, it stands out a little bit more when you do it after the India ink. Okay, so there we go. That looks a little bit better there. Okay. Do this one here. And I'll have to look at the drawings to see where that pipe goes. I know one goes on the edge, but one of them goes right down the middle, I think, off the very top. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Okay. Okay, so one goes there, off to the side. One up on the top is like around the net, this area right here. So if I turn it this way, I'll have to get some darker stuff right in there. I have too many shades of black. I have lamp black. I have pure black. And then some really, really dark grays like the what is this one here? Zinc and wrought iron, and I think I have one over here, the Midnight, that I use for yeah, the Midnight, I use that for tar joints. I got two of the Midnights over here, so let me put these over here where the other blacks are. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do this one with zinc. That was the, okay, let's see which one is the darkest. Let me do the wrought iron because that's a little bit darker than the zinc. I'll just use the same paintbrush as I did with the red. And I'll just do this whole area like right around in there. Let me get my paper towel here. I'll leave that right there. Just dry brush it. This area right here. Let's see. Make it a little bit darker here in this area. Maybe I'll go this way here. Yeah, that might work. I'll go this way. And I'll do that. And the other one just comes out the side of the building. Okay, so that's a little bit darker, like right here. That's about where it comes out, so we'll do some more final weathering when we got everything together. It should be a while from now because this is still, we still have to put the this one roof on right here with the chains. That's going to be the fun part. Okay. Before I start drilling holes for the chain up on the top, up on the very top up here, there, and right about right there, I gotta put the roof on first. So let's take a look at where we're at right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smear some glue right along this 1/16 inch deal. And maybe put some on the back edge over here. So, and we'll let that dry before we attempt the chain. So what I'll do is put some in a few areas back here. It's too thick. Okay. That's going to be up at the top. And the rest of it is going to be along there. So I'm just going to put it right along here. It's going to be hard to Yeah. You can't see it too good. I'm trying to get it on the upper side of the 1/4 inch piece of the, not 1/4 inch, 1/16 inch piece of wood square. Sure, in a minute, baby. Yeah. All right. Don't want to get too much up there. Let's spread it out a little bit. Not really going to be able to see that, but it's all going to be covered, but we know it's there. Okay, we got that good and lathered up. Okay, get some right there. Oops. All right, get these chains out of the way. I'm gonna have to do it like this right here. Set it like this, and then I'll tip it over. Okay, and I gotta get it right. To the edge, and I gotta see if I can get the right angle on this thing here. What the drawing looks like. Bad part about this, you got to go through so many drawings just to see where it is. Okay, so I got it right up against this, so that looks about right there. I'm just going to put a 1, 2, 3 block right here so it doesn't go too far. Put this up here like that. Hopefully this doesn't tip over. Drill, baby, drill. I already marked where these chains should go into the building. Let me bring you down here. Okay. Right there. So I got to drill 3 holes, number 61. So we'll start off on this side here. And this is right where the right on the 5/32 square at the very top of the piece right there. That's I'm not sure how, I think it's 3/32 inch wide, 1/32 by 3/32. But we'll drill these 3 and then get the string in there and pull the chain through, and then glue it into place. And make sure that we got a good hole there. Okay, make sure we not straining with anything right there. And I'll make sure I got my thumb underneath it so I don't push down too hard on it. And then the last one goes right through the board and batten wall, which will be a little bit easier to drill through. There we go. Right up against one of the battens. So that one was a piece of cake. Alright, now let's get our little needle thingy out here again. And I'm just going to put it, since I already tied the knot in there, I'm going to put the knot up against the deal. Let me find the knot right here. Okay. Yeah. Let me put my goggles on to get this thing in here. Even with this big eyelet right there. Okay, there we go. So this one we're gonna have to turn. Get the knot through there and the string through. All right, that one wasn't too hard. We'll just have to glue them in place on the back end. Make sure they're all tight. On the other side of the nut. Okay. There we go. This one I can go straight through. Might be a little bit easier. Get the knot through there. And get that chain through. Okay. That one was much easier. What did I do here? I felt something give. Oh yeah, that right there. I might have to glue this back together right there. I put too much pressure on it. Okay, that's good and tight right there. Gotta be careful with this stuff. Don't mess up something that you're not working on. I'm going to leave these strings on here until the glue is dry. That's good. I'm just going to have to figure out how I got to do this. Do I glue it the back of it, or do I have enough chain hanging out? Or is it And just at the edge of the chain right here. Okay. Well, first things first, let me get rid of this needle and put it back where it belongs so I don't lose it. Because I lost one long time ago. This thing came with 4, and I only have 3 in there. So I learned my lesson. Put it back before I lose it. Okay, so this is going to be the fun part, trying to get this, trying to find the right angle to get the glue on there. I'm not left-handed. So I know what I'll do. I'll get one of these right here. Okay. That way I don't have to hold it in place. And I could just put the glue right there. You're not going to be able to see it, but you get the idea. And I got the glue right on the edge of the thread where it comes through the hole. Get that soaked down really good. Grab this other one. Okay. Make sure it's tight. A little bit tighter there. Okay, there we go. And that one, this one here, we got about a link and a half. This probably was the one that was the little bit longer. Leave the lid off. Jeez. Make life easier on yourself, Tom. There we go. All right, one more. Let me make sure we don't have any glue on the edge of that. Okay, so this last one, this is going to be a difficult one. I'll just put it in here like this. You can't see what I'm doing, but I can see. Barely, because I can't get any lights right where I'm working. Just have to feel for it. And I got a big glob of glue there. Okay, so here we go. There's the deals right there. Okay, let's get it this way so you can see it in the light. There we go. There we go. So that step is finished. All right, we finally got it finished. So now on to the next step, which is putting this roof on top up here, I think. Or is it that one or this one here? I'll have to check. What is it now? Let me cover up the glue. Okay, step 21, installing the main building roofs B and C. So we got to do these roofs right here. Right here. Finally get to do these roofs right here. So I might have to trim. Yeah, I got to trim off the top of this a little bit just to get it to fit. So we got to put those roofs on like that. Okay, it's going to start looking like something here, ain't it? Woohoo! Okay, that's step number 21. So that's the next step. I'm just going to leave these strings on there. You're not going to be able to see them, especially when this one's tucked underneath all the way down in there. Go down there. This is going to be all covered up, and we'll just leave those down there. Nobody going to see it. Okay, so it's good and tight. I could feel how hard the glue is right there. Well, step 21 is probably the second shortest step in this whole kit so far. So I'm about to do it right now. I had to trim some of the edges off in this area right here to get it to fit all the way up. So we just have to glue it into place right now, this side and then the other side. And so let me bring you down on this side over here. Okay, so I just have to put some glue here, and then we'll be able to put this on. Okay, so I'm just gonna smear it on with this, try to get it on the edge as close as I can. And up there on this edge right here, this edge right here, over on this side, and then right on this piece that sticks out a little bit. So that's what holds up the back of the roof. So now I just have to smear it around to get it into the right places. In all the right places. Okay, so let's get it. Oh yeah, it'll get up on top of there. Okay, that should be enough. Make sure we got some good in the corners here. Let me get a little bit more up here in this corner. I'm just going to hold it like so for a few minutes just to get that to dry. And this side here is flush, and this side right here is flush because there's another piece that goes over behind there. And actually right here there's another bump out that goes right here. As long as we got the edges glued down good and the bottom, we should be in good shape. And we'll have to go over onto the other side and do the same thing. Okay. So this one is this way. So, and we'll do the same thing here. Spread the glue around like we did on the other side. There's where it's glued, but we gotta make sure that it just gets up on the top here. We'll drag out like on an angle. Just try to get it up over the top. Not too much right there. Okay. Spread that one down. sure we got it on the corners. Okay, there we go. All right. And once this is dry, we can go on to step number 22. All right, so that was a fast one right there. Starting to look like something. Just hold this for a second or two. All right, and you thought I was finished yet? I got more for you. Okay, let me go through some of this chat here. Okay, always willing to try something new, even if you're uncomfortable. You may just find it's not that hard. Yeah, that's what I thought with this Campbell's kit. I put these Campbell's kit offs for so many years because they look complicated to me. And even the white metal kit, the one I did, Otis Coal Company, you know, it just looked too complicated. And so I just let them sit on the shelf for years and years. And then once I started it, you know, I started with the white metal casting one, the Otis Coal, and I said, hey, this ain't that bad. And then I did the Campbell's kits, and I said, ooh, I think I'm on my sixth one now, sixth in a row. That's what it is. Yeah, when you're dry brushing, do it lightly. Yeah, fan brush. There you go. I practice on card. I have some fan brushes. I'll try that, Ken. All right. There you go. Yeah, just put as much, have a paper towel there and put most of it on the paper towel and just go lightly on it. It'll work. All right, 819. Smash that like button. Here you go. Do it gently, though. Okay, did you I show 9 over here. Or you got to refresh. I see 9 on this side. Okay. All right. Up here you can see the. Up here there's the Rumble. There's the YouTube, and here's the Kick over here. Usually Kick and X and BitChute and what's the other one I do? Hold on a second. Let me see what else I got over here. They don't show up the how many people are on there. Odyssey. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so well, I'm gonna disconnect it from Kick right now. I just wanted to try it out. That's my very first stream on Kick. Thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate it. We're still hanging in there on Rumble and on YouTube. So thank you, Kick. All right, we just disconnected from Kick. Okay, there we go. All right, so, all right, we got a little bit more to do. That was only the beginning of it. Okay, that was early in the day. Now, here's later on, step 22, and Bag B, the famous Bag B. I heard the like button was into BDSM and likes it rough. Just don't spit on it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you'll get slapped back if you spit on it. Okay. All right, just do it. Do it gently. Gently lick it or slap it or tap it. All right, we're on step 22, and we get to use the remainder of Bag B and some more of the C material. So let's look at what we got here. All right, so let's take an inventory. I got it all scattered out here. B9 is the 2 corner posts. B12 is a 1/16 by 1 5/16 by half. 2 of them going this way. B13, 2 pieces, 1/16 by 1 15/16 by half. Those 2. Those are wall sections. B14, 1/16 by 1 3/4 by 4 5/16 lift house sidewall material. We're going to have to do cut 2 pieces out of it, I think. 2, I think. All right. B15, a 1/16 by 19/32 by 21/32, and B16, 1/16 by 23/32 by 1 5/32. Okay, both wall sections. All right, now the C material. C2, 1/16 inch square by 7/8 inches. C3, a 1/16 by 5/32 by 5 7/8, which is filler material. C5, 23,000 by 46,000 by 11 inch. Lower upper beam material, louver upper beam material. C9, 3/32 inch square by 11 inch right there. C10, 23,000 by 92,000 by 11 inch right there, which is louver material. And that one's support material. And then D3, 8 pieces. I got 10 right here. We'll cut a couple off of there. 8 pieces of plastic. S15 louver brackets. So attach the lift house front wall and center louver drawing. Lift house front wall and center louver drawing. So lift house front wall and center louver drawing. So Which one is that? Figure 4. So we got to find figure 4. So figure 4, I wonder if that is in the back here. Here's lift house, but it doesn't say that is a figure 4. Figure 4 right here. Lift house front wall template. So pretty simple. So we use 4 of them on there. So this is a tall one here. Okay. Lift house front wall and center louver drawing. Center louver drawing. That's that one right there. To a work surface, tracker tape wax paper over the 3 templates. So we're working with that, and that right there. Cut 2 fillers, 1 and 25-30 seconds long from each of the C2 material, and edge glue to each side of the lift house front wall section. B15. B15 is this short one here. Oh boy. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We got to get all this stuff situated here. This one right here. Okay, we need that. Filler material C2. Alright, I got everything ready for this step right here. Okay, what did I do with the other 2 pieces here? I need, 16th inch and a 3/32, and this piece right here. We're going to use this figure 4 right here, but I have this in the clamp, in the tweezers, because I got to shave this down on an angle like it says on here. And I bet you probably the easiest way to do this is to just take I'll do it not on the glass like I do everything else. I'll take the ruler and extend this so I'll be able to cut it to the right angle. I'll have to cut 2 of these. I'll probably have to cut 4 of them because I can see down on the next one down it has the same thing. Okay, so I'll put this on there like so, and try not to cut myself while I'm doing it. And it is close to where the louver is. My goodness. Okay, so that's one. You have to cut 2 of them. You just got to get it lined up, and then once it's lined up, then I'll hold on to it with my other thumb and then chop it off. Okay, that went crooked because I used the wrong side of the blade. I used the angled side of the blade on that one, and it just slid right off of it. So it's still in good shape for the most part of it, but make sure we got it right this time, and then chop it off. I put an angle on the bottom, and these get stacked like so. They get glued together like that. Put 2 of these right here. It says how long to do it, so let me see what it said how long, and we'll cut it that long. 1 and 25-30 seconds. So let's get the 30-second thing out here. 1, and get it up there against the block. There's 16 is half. 16, there's 20, 2, 4, 25. 1 and 25, 30 seconds. Yeah, I must be off a little bit here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. That looks like 23. This says 25. Yeah, this says 25, 30 seconds, and this is, looks like 23, 30 seconds. So I'm going to cut it as long as that, and I'm going to see these stacked up together, what they look like, because that's the contributing factor here. It looks like about right. So why does it say 25, 30 seconds? That's way long. Well, I'll cut it to the length of this right here instead of the 25, 30 seconds. I'm glad I checked that. And I'll make this one the same length. And then I got to cut a piece of the this right here. Cut a horizontal upper beam from the C3, which is this, 1/16 by 5/30 seconds. So on the inside. So we have to do it the thickness of this thing right here, and we have to glue all this stuff face down. Those are those pieces right there, and these are these pieces right here. And that's everything we need for that. Okay, so everything's cut for that. We just have to glue it all together on the template. Face down. So it said do it with wax paper, but I could probably just glue these to the edge of that right there, like that. I'll do it that way right there, put it up against the block, make it easier, and then I'll move the block away so you can see it, what it looks like. And the C3 material goes right here, like so. So it's going to look like that. Okay, right like that. And then these go on either side of that. That's the front part of it with the louvers. So we got to do 3 of the louvers on them, so we'll just concentrate on this one first. I'll put it together and show it to you. Okay, here is the first piece right here. Everything glued together like that drawing right there. Now we got to do the second drawing here. Alright, all 3 of these are finished. Now all I got to do is turn them over and put louvers in each one of them. And I got to use this stuff right here, the louver material, and cut 8 here, 4 there, and 4 there. So got all the louvers cut and got them installed in the 2 longer ones. Now just got the 4 last ones in the short, tall one. And after we do that, we got to do the verticals on it. And even this little short, tall one, you have 1 vertical down the center also. And I was looking at the picture and I was wondering why there was a gap in the center of it, but now I see why. Because where the 2 come together, there's a gap right there. Okay. So in the it shows where the verticals go. So this one has one on each side, one down the middle. The middle size one has 4 of them, one on each side and 2 down the middle. And the longer one has one on each side and 4 down the middle. So we'll just have to cut a bunch of them. And from this material right here, this is the 23 thousandths by 46 thousandths by 11 inches. So what we'll do is just, I'll just use the template here and cut them for the long ones. I'll bring it over to the side here. And this one we got to do 3 of them. I'll do this one and show you how it's done, and we'll do the rest of them. Move this these 2 out of the way right here. Get some glue over here. I think what I'll do is just lather this up with the glue like this. And instead of trying to hit 8 little individual ones, put one on each end. And one down the center. And after we got all these done, we have to take out one piece of wood and cut 2 sidewalls out for this long one here. And this one goes right down the center. And I'm going to put this right on the template to make sure we got it right on the center. Yep, there, hit my head on the microphone. That microphone gets in the way all the time. Okay, so. Alright, there we go. There's the first one. Right there. So we'll just have to cut, what I say for this one, 4 for that one right there. And then 6 for the last one. So I'll cut these out and shut this off. This one here. But they're all the same length. Okay, there's 4 for that one. Okay, let's do the ones for this one here. Okay, there we got all of them. Four and 6. Okay, there we go. Well, I cut out the sidewalls. Next step is to cut one of these in half. And Debbie's going to think I'm going to fart again. So this is 1, 2, 3, a little bit over 4 inches. 4 and 1/8, so 2 1/16. I'll dimple this off right here. And we'll have that ready for tomorrow. Right in here, so hold on a second. Okay. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Well, in that one long one, there's a gap in there, so I could stick a bird in there, some kind of bird. If you break the louver, you could just stuff a pigeon in there. In your neck of the woods, it would be a raccoon. Oh, jeez. We call pigeons city chickens. Yeah, when I was growing up there, I had a neighbor that raised pigeons. You'd see them every day, twice a day. He'd let them go, and it had about 40 of them going around, just flying around in a circle, a couple times a day. I got one more. He ain't finished yet. Uh-huh. This is a short one, though. At the end of the last session, I took a picture and noticed that there was only 3 louvers in this piece right here, so I cut another one to correct it, to get all 4 of them in there. So also what I did was I cut 4 of these corner pieces, and then what I have to do is cut one of these in half for this other side and cut a 30-degree angle on it. On the other two, the 2 long ones go on this side, and then on the other 2 I have to cut a 30-degree angle, so I'm taking this 60 and 45, using the opposite end of it to get the 30-degree angle on this one here. This is from my chopper. And that'll fit down in here like so. Boom, like that. And then once we got it glued in, we'll just trim the other piece. This one I'm going to have to do on this side here, because this is just the opposite. There we go. And that'll fit in there like this. Like so. Okay. So we just have to glue these into place and then cut off the excess. Well, the next step after gluing the corner posts in is taking some of this 3/32 inch square stock, cutting it 7/8 of an inch long and setting it right up against this vertically. But what I did, and it says leave it hanging over, and then once it's dry, trim it. So it's going to be hard to trim on this end over here, so what I did was I cut both of them for the angle in there. So all I have to do is trim the other angle on this end over here, on that end right there, which make it a lot easier than having to try to cut it down here. So we'll glue those into place right now. We got them glued together. We just have to trim everything up, and then once that is trimmed, we attach it like so. Now we glue all these pieces together. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue on the corner posts. And we also have to put the back on there, which is this piece right here. And once we do that, we'll have to paint this. Gonna need a little bit more glue here. You're gonna stick the glue back here for the back wall. That looks square right there. There we are. Gotta trim, get the glue off of there, off the face. See what's the best way to do this right here. Okay, we'll do it like that. Alright, there we go. This next section is a little bit complicated because the one sits right there and the other one sits like in the middle right here because it's up against this right here. So one's over here, the other one's over here, and the front of it is up and on here, like so. So we're just going to have to set it here like this and paint these individually and then put them in there like so. And the other side, we'll just have to do it like this, because this one goes, there's no obstructions on the street side. So we're good to go on that one there, because that one fits right here. Oh shit. The base color on here is khaki. I just finished painting it outside, and then I did the louvers and the trim around the louvers in pewter gray like I did everything else. Okay, once that dries, then I'll be able to put the alcohol and India ink solution on it right here, and then we'll be able to install these pieces right here, and that'll be the end of that step, and we'll be able to go on to the next step, which is step 23, roof EFG and the lift house. C5 one piece, 23 thousandths by 46 thousandths by 11 inch fascia and rafter tail material, and C8 one piece, 3/64 by 3/64 by 6 3/4 inch cap strip material. Alright, that's all the videos I got. I'm going to have to go over there and show you what else we got here. Okay. And I should have got a drink while while the video was playing. What do you call a flamingo with no legs? Dinner. I don't know, but now I'm curious. Okay. Okay. Yeah, print the flamingos upside down. There you go. It's getting slow here, putting these up there. Come on, anything you want. It's not gonna come anyway. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. So, let me put this up here. Where did I have that? Okay, wait a minute. I gotta find this in the chat again so I could show it to you. This thing here, the subcategories. Okay. Where did I have that? Okay, here we go. I had, for those of you that weren't in here the other day, I'm going to show you what we got here. Okay, so categories and subcategories are all lopsided, and I found out from Rumble that you can't put in any requests for categories. they said that's determined by Rumble. But they gave me a link here for, you could put in a request or what is it, submit a category to Rumble, and they'll consider it. So if enough people put in model railroading or something like that, or hobby, or whatever you want, go for it. There's the link right there. I had it in the chat. Put it in the chat again. Let me see. Let me put it down here in the chat again. Okay, come on. There it is. All right, so there's an easier way. Okay. And put it there, and then put your email address that you signed up with Rumble. Otherwise, they won't even consider it. So at least you could pick a subcategory and try to flood or compensate for all the gaming subcategories that are in there. There must be a couple of hundred gaming subcategories in there. It's all lopsided. So there's they need some more subcategories. There you go. You request, yeah, do as many as you can. Oops. There we go. The more, the better. All right. And the more people to put in model railroading or hobby, the better chance it is to get it added to the subcategory. I wish they would be able to put it in the categories, but they said, nah, they determined that. So, you know, you could always hope for it. So, there you go. I did my part right there and spreading the word on that one. Okay, so let's go over to the workbench. We're not going to use this camera here. We're going to use the other camera. This one right here. Boom. And you can see I painted all that stuff there. Let me shut this microphone off and go over there. All right, here we go. Okie dokie. So, let's see what we got over here. Okay. Well, right here, all I got to do is stain this again with the Indian ink solution. But, you know what? I think I'm doomed for more louvers because we got 4 more of these brackets. So either we have a long one or we have 2 more short ones. So, but we have some so, oh my goodness, yes. There's one up on the top. I got some more roofs too. Did they give me too many? Okay. Because we already did this one up here, but this one right here we haven't done yet. Okay. You still getting an echo? I turned the other mic off. Let me see what else we got here. Well, I don't see any more, so maybe they gave us an extra one, extra two, because all I see is the two right there. All right, I'm running out of space here. I need another table here or something. Okay, so let's see what else we got. So we got this to build yet, right there. That's in coming up. And we got more roofs. This is the one of the roofs I got to do in the next step right there. That little short one right there. And these two right here. But let me just real quick, I'm going to do the Indian ink stuff. And one of you has asked me earlier, what's the solution? And I don't know. I just keep on adding, depending on if it's too light or too dark, more Indian ink or more alcohol. So in the very beginning, about 30 years ago, when I first started using it, I measured it, and but I just keep on adding to. If it comes out too light, you can always darken it by adding more India ink. That looked pretty dark there, huh? Stick some over there on the louvers. And this one's a little bit lighter on this side here. Let me darken that up a little bit. And this is just the first coat of it, because later on, once I get all this stuff together and the building is finished, I'll add more weathering to it. But this is always fun. Oops. And the only other thing we can do tonight is cut out some more of the roofing material, because we got to add these. This one and this one. This one will go up last after we put some roofing material up, because this one gets stacked up over top of one of the other louvers, the long louvers. Let's add a little bit more over here. Okay. Looks good to me. Let me show you where this thing goes before I clean my brush. Move that over there. Okay, this goes right here. This little piece right here fits right there. Oops, this way. On the edge. Like so. And then once we get the roof on, this roof right here, then this will go like right there. This will fit, that little deal right there will fit right underneath the rafters, and that'll go just like that right there. Let me get it closer over here. So that'll go like that. And then the short one, this one goes on the other side. Right here. Just like that. Boom. There you go. So pretty, huh? So let me get this back down over here. I should put some music on, but you know, I could sing too. But let me, while I go over there and put the brush on, clean the brush, I'll put some music on.
Rooster crows for days, and every time I see that gal, she always looks away. Hell, she always looks away. Hold on, baby, just hold on.
Alright, here I am back. Okay.
Back where I belong.
So let me cut out some of these roofs. On this one, I gotta cut out this small one on this big piece right here, so I gotta make some room here. And we got a lot of more corrugated sheets to cut also. Okay, where's my good roller? This is the roller with the cork on the back of it. So put my goggles on. And this real short one over here, this is the lift house. I guess that's what this thing is called right here, the lift house. It goes on there. And we use 6-foot corrugated panels on there. This is some pretty hefty cardboard here that they got. Not like your cereal boxes. I'd say about 3 times as thick as your cereal box. Maybe even 4 times. Yeah. Twice as thick as your cereal boxes. Baby, just hold on. Did I go far enough? Okay. No, I didn't.
Oh Lord, she done. Hold on, baby, just hold
Here we go.
on. I'll be coming home.
There's one down.
Back where I
Well, not quite one down. I got to get this other part right over here.
baby, just hold. Won't you hold on? I said, baby, just hold on.
All right. When cutting, use a straight edge with cork on the back, because it won't slide. Stuff like ones like this, they'll slide on you, and you'll have crooked cuts. You want to know how I know? Because I've had crooked cuts. Because I didn't use it. I thought, oh yeah, it's right here. I'll just use that one right here instead of reaching up into the one little bin to get the other one. How far do I gotta go? Yeah, there you go. All right. All this cutting for the little roofs. Okay, there's another one right there. Yeah, one more. Okay, how do I want to do this here? And this one here, this is the street side center lower roof. So that one fits on this one here. Nope, that one fits on this one here. Okay, that's the short one. And that one, this one here, is this one here. Okay, there you go. All right. Those are 8-foot and 6-foot, both of these right here. Always save your scraps, because you'll never know when you'll need them. You might think, oh, I'll never need it. But you don't know that. There's always a time. Alright, Streamline. Thanks for stopping in. Good night. Punching out, guys. Have a good night. Catch up on the replay. Godspeed all night, Tom, and thank you, sir. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping in. See you next time. We're almost finished here. Man, that one's taking a long time. Holy moly. I must not be... There you go. Whew. Okay, there you go. So 6-foot and 8-foot ones. So I got a bunch of 6-foot ones here. Here's a few 8-foot ones. I'm not going to do them tonight, but I'm just going to get them out here ready. I got so much scraps over here, you know that? Here's a skinnier one. Okay, we'll put this one up here. I could spot that a mile away. Okay. So one of the other things that we have to do besides this is put that roof on. But I got to find a 3/64 inch square, and I think, I don't know if I used it or not, or it's sitting back here. You never know. I probably used it on something else, because we use that where the peak comes together, it goes on the edge. So I'll have to look in my stash for a 3/64, because it's not, I think it's only 5 7/8 inch long. And that's not in this stuff here. Here's some of the louver material. We're going to need some of that. Here's some short ones too. Okay, got all kind of scraps. That looks like that might be a 3/64 right there. What was left over from it. Okay, so let's see what the instructions say here. Hey, I'll put this up here. I put a screw up here so I could put all my rollers up there that have holes in the one end, except one of the ones, not this one here, but I got a 12-inch one, the hole's too small. Okay, so we're on the last page right there, very last page. Okay, I gotta see where we left off here. Okay, step 23, roofs E, F, and G. That's the ones I just cut out. 23 by 46 thousandths. That's this one here. That's the little 2x4 material. And then one piece of 3/64 by 3/64 by 6 3/4 inch. I'll have to look in my stock of stuff over there to see if I have it, because I don't see it here anywhere. I looked in my box over here and I couldn't find any. Unless that looks like it. 5:30 seconds. Yeah, that's probably 5:30 seconds. How long is that? That's 7 and the 16th, so that's not it. All right. So what's it say? Corrugate these roofs and paint them in the same manner as the main roof. When complete and dry, glue roof E on the top of the trackside center louver assembly. Which one is E? Okay, that's this one here. Glue F on the street side center. Boom. Both per the drawings. Glue roof G on the lift house and with the C5 wood strips. So this is this. Glue it on the lift house. And a C5 strip wood. That's this right here. Cut 2 fascias for the side edges of the roof for the detail left end view. Using the detail right end view, cut 6 rafter tails for between the fascia on the front and back. Okay, so we got to cut some rafter tails out of this for the rafter tails on that. Okay, on underside the roof. Glue all these in place as in the details. Okay. Lay roof A in their place, butted, tape them together. Well, I never cut them apart. I just left them like they were. I just scored the line, but that's A. Test set the roof unit on tower rafters with equal overhang on both sides. It is necessary to notch the roof in back of the lift house so it will fit flat on the rafters. Okay, so right here where this goes like that, you got to notch it out. Because this fits underneath the rafters right there. Okay. When satisfied with a perfect fit, okay, we're going to have a perfect fit. Glue the peaked roof in place. Cut the cap strip to the roof length and glue it in the groove at the peak. Paint the cap strip to match the aluminum roof. That is the entirety of step 23. Step 24 is assembling the units. Glue the annex unit to the main building with the street side surface flush with the annex protruding past the main building and the track side as in the plan view. So that's another simple one there. After we do 23, 24 is another simple one where we just put 2 of the buildings together. And then 25 is the annex roof, which comes in 3 pieces, and that's the real thin tissue paper, black tissue paper. Okay, what's it say about that? Match up the peak edges of the roof section, butting them in sequence N, O, and P. Notice the center section O has a notch on one end. Make sure that you have placed the N on the longer edge and O on and P on the shorter. Tape the sections together on the back side with Scotch tape. Test set the roof on the building with the notch fitting around the corner post of the trackside tire portion. If satisfied with the perfect fit, there goes the perfect fit again. Glue the roof on the annex building. The roof card has ruled lines, which are guides for laying the rows of roofing paper. Cut the paper into scale 3-foot wide strips approximately 7/16 inch. Begin at the outside left end of the card and glue the first row of paper in place, aligning the top edge of the first guide line and letting the paper extend over the side edge about 1/30 seconds. Glue the next row in place, letting the paper overlap the first row by about 1/30 seconds. The paper will look more realistic if it is not laid too smoothly, but allowing to wrinkle a little. Proceed to the inside edge of the card, cutting the paper into long or short lengths as you go. When you reach the inside row, place it so the top edge of the paper extends past the card edge, and then glue the edge turned upward and the face surface of the tower end wall. Cut the paper at the notch and let it lay flat on the remainder of the card. Paint the roof a flat black. Flow Cool is weathered black, is getting good with a little of Flow Cool's dots added to the bottom edge of each row to accent that. So we got to cut this right there in 7/16 inch strips, and you can see through that stuff there. Huh? See that? You can see my hand through there. So that's some thin shit. That's probably I don't know how thick is tissue paper, like 12 pounds. Okay, so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty there. Is until step 29 that we do the shed, and that one has the brackets. We use 2 of them. And that's okay, so we're going to have two left over. Okay. So, good deal. All right. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut some rafter tails for the office, under the office roof too, right there. Right there. Well, at least this one here, that one right there, you only have 3 on each side, so that's not too bad. Okay. So we're getting down there. All right. So that's all we're going to do tonight. There we go. Yeah, when that last one, when I forgot to shut the recording off, when I got to hit the record button down here to shut it off, and then there's a confirmation that you have. Are you sure you want to stop recording? You have to hit yes. And sometimes I just forget all about it and record me fumbling around doing shit. Okay, so that's it. That's all we got for tonight. Okay, so this is what we got to do right there. Those roofs, and then glue these, at least glue them 2 on, and then glue the roof onto this one here. Do some rafter tails. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. All right. And don't forget to shut this camera off when we leave, because I always leave that camera on. All right, let's get an echo back here. All right, how's that? Okay, here we go. All right, let me unpin that thing because that's a while back. All right, so that's it for tonight. that's all we're going to do. Don't forget, put in your request for a subcategory. I'll be back on Friday, and then on Saturday I'll be a guest along with 5 other people, other Rumble creators on Daramouth. Did I save it here? Let me see. Nope, I didn't save it here. Okay. But I had it in there. Okay, Daramouth. Look them up on Rumble. There you go. So thank you all for stopping in. We'll put the end thing up here.
We got some rail fans over there. Here we go.
Welcome aboard the Fall Train. My name is Scott. I am your conductor today. For all visitors today on the train. Again, my name is Scott. From out sitting on the main rail beside the car. Also cleaning off the window.
I'll get a video of it.
Water tower.
Good night, everyone. I'll see you again on Friday at 7 p.m. Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen.